Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. Welcome to all of my live viewers and all of my replay viewers. If this is your first time with me, welcome. I'm going to flip my camera around so I can talk with you guys better. Hello. Welcome everyone who's coming on. Hi. Thanks so much for joining me. So if you're a live viewer or a replay viewer, welcome. Hi guys, thanks for coming on and commenting. So I had a little announcement yesterday that Catch is going away, and for that reason I'm putting all of my videos on YouTube. So if you are interested in catching some of my old videos and you didn't get a chance to do that, go to YouTube. You can subscribe to my channel. Keely Reason is my YouTube channel. So welcome to all those who are finding me through YouTube, because I understand that that's a searchable thing. And maybe you don't understand why my videos are the way they are, but I am live on Periscope right now, so welcome to all my YouTube replay viewers. Guys, thank you so much for joining me and coming on. I wanted to talk with you guys about something. Alright, so this morning I was talking with Austin about some images that I'm trying to put together for a book that I'm putting together. I am going to release an ebook for Sexy Truth or Dare. And basically the book will be Sexy Truth and Dare questions, so it'll be truths and dares. And I wanted to put it in an ebook format because it's been so popular on my website, and I wanted to get it into the hands of more couples that are looking for ways to rekindle that flame in their marriage. So I told him, I said, you know, one of the problems that I have with my blog, being a marriage and sex blogger, is that it's really hard to come up with graphics that are appropriate, first of all, that convey that what I'm talking about is sexy or romantic or sexual without really showing people, but communicating that that's what I want the person to feel. So it can be kind of challenging for me to look up images. And I also told him, I mean, aside from the fact that I do not want to have scantily clad women on my website, or even couples in a sexual position per se, one of my biggest problems with images is that we have this idea that only a certain type of person can be sexy. We think, well, only this particular body type can be sexy, whether man or woman, because that's all we see in the media. All we see is thin men, thin women, lots of muscles or whatever. And I've got news for you guys. You don't have to be a certain age. You don't have to be a certain body type. You don't have to stand or pose a certain way to be sexy, because you are. You are married to someone who finds you attractive, and you are sexy, and you should do that for them. Thanks for commenting, Jenny. Be sexy for them. Now, what I'm not telling you to do is to dress super sexy and go out in public and show everything off to everyone. No. What I am telling you is that for you in your bedroom with your spouse, be sexy. Embrace that. And I cannot tell you how much my heart goes out to readers that I have that will comment on my blog and say, well, all of these sexy things you talk about doing in the bedroom, that's great for you thin people. That's great for you skinny, attractive women, but us that are larger, us large women or older women or whatever, we're not sexy, and we can't be like that, and we can't do that stuff. Let me tell you guys something. Good morning, Joy. I gotta tell you guys, that's untrue. You are telling yourselves a lie. You're believing a lie. You're believing this idea that marketers want you to think, that you have to be young and fit as a fiddle and super gorgeous and do your hair every day and whatever so that you can be sexy, and that is untrue. There is so much. Somebody says, I often feel too skinny. I love being pregnant because I feel better with more weight. Wow. And look, I've got a couple of friends who are super toothpicks. I'm going to tell you something, they get ragged on just as much as large people because they are so thin that they seem a little bit unhealthy. And they're probably too thin for even really their own health, and they cannot keep weight on, okay? So, guys, I don't care how thin you are. Somebody says they don't know how to be sexy. Well, I will tell you something. It starts in your mind. You have to decide, I am sexy. Now, what does that look like for you? Because I'll tell you, when I am trying to be sexy, I feel like a doofus. Really, I do. I feel so dumb. And when I am trying to be sexy, it's not as natural. But if I just am confident and I think in my mind, okay, my husband loves the way I look and he thinks I'm sexy, so I'm going to A, ask his opinion. What do I do that's sexy? And two, I'm just not going to force it. I'm just going to develop that attitude that while I'm making love to my husband or in my bedroom with my husband or in my home with him, that he finds me sexy and I don't even have to be doing anything. Somebody says, difficult after being 93 pounds and gaining over 50. You were 93 pounds and now you've gained 50? That's what one of my commenters said. That is, oh, and my husband is on the chat right now, Words of Reason. So he is commenting about things. And somebody says sexy underwear and sexy bras help a lot with mindset. So yeah, sometimes you do need to dress up in something that makes you feel good about yourself. And if you missed the scope that I did the other day about creative lingerie that you can do, because I struggle to find lingerie in my price range that fits my body, that works, that even feels comfortable. So I gave you guys a lot of creative things that you can do in the bedroom to feel better about yourself, to feel more attractive. And one of those was just wear jewelry or accessories like scarves and hats and stuff. One of them was to put together like a sexy outfit based off of, you know, things you would never wear out in public, but you would do that for your spouse. Or the other one was just to like take clothing you already own and modify it. So whether if you had a long skirt and you wanted to make it shorter or whatever, you know, just be creative in that. So I know that weight gain and that having babies and that your body getting out of shape and you getting older can make you feel like you're no longer sexy. If you ever even once felt sexy. And I want to help you guys get to the point where you understand that when you tell yourself, I'm not sexy, it's in your mind. And you are believing these things that our culture has told us is attractive. And listen, I am certainly not sitting here telling you guys I have it all figured out. You guys know I have struggled with body image issues my whole life. I am a very ethnic person, okay? I have super curly hair. I have a very curvy build. I'm super short, and I looked like nobody that I lived with growing up. I'm adopted, and I'm not saying that I look completely out of place with my family, but my mom is like 6 foot tall, you know, and she's got this thin, fine hair. And I believe that she did the best that she could do for me. But because I don't fit that stereotype. And I don't know how many people do fit that stereotype. You know what I mean? And I think that we have to get that out of our minds. Get it out of your mind that only one thing can be sexy. Your spouse finds you attractive. At least I hope they do. And if they don't, that's on them. Okay? You make that in your mind. You say to yourself, I am beautiful. I am sexy. My spouse wants to have sex with me. This is why they are pursuing me. Or this is why we are intimate. They enjoy our time together. I am sexy because I'm having sex, because I am married, because I have a sex life, because I'm in a sexual relationship. That makes me sexy. Okay? It's not about what I've got on or how I'm standing or what my body looks like or how much weight I've gained or how much weight I've lost. It's in your mind. It's part of who you are. So don't deny that in yourself. And I know this is a really hard concept to grab, and I know that it's really hard to tell yourself that. But the minute you start believing that you're sexy, you will start acting like it, you'll start feeling like it, and it is going to help your sexual intimacy with your spouse so much. Because when you come into the bedroom, or even in your relationship, when you know that you are beautiful, or that you are handsome, or attractive, or sexy to your partner, it helps you to express yourself more. You put down a lot of those walls, a lot of those things where you're like, okay, if I do this, I'm going to look unattractive. I mean, how many times have you been in the bedroom, being intimate with your spouse, and something starts feeling good, and you're like, I'm going to stop doing that because, oh my gosh, what does my face look like right now? Or my spouse can see my butt, or whatever. Let's cut the lights down, or cut them off, because I don't want to show this to my spouse. It's not going to be pretty. But the truth is that your spouse loves that. They love that about you. They love that intimate time and being with you physically. And no matter what your face looks like, or the fact that they can see your butt, or whatever you're trying to hide, they like it. They want that, and they don't want you to hide it because it's beautiful to them. And my husband is commenting now. He's saying yes, and it's true. And I'm gonna tell you guys, it's taken me a lot of time to learn that, and I'm not even fully confident all the way in myself, because it's just a work in progress. Someone says, my husband tells me I look great, but I have trouble with having that mindset. Believe him. Seriously, believe your husband. If your husband is telling you, I think you're beautiful, don't call him a liar. I've done that for a lot of years. It's wrong. It hurts their feelings. It puts a divide between you and your spouse. Stop it. Don't tell your spouse that they're not allowed to find you attractive or sexy or beautiful because you don't think that about yourself. You're really just kind of hurting them in that way. And somebody said, this is a big struggle for them. Yes, it's a big struggle for all of us. It really is. It's a huge struggle for all of us. Even like the most confident looking person that you ever see, they are going to struggle with body image issues. We kind of seem to think sometimes that if we see another attractive person, that they must have it all figured out, right? We just think, well, they were given good genes, or they've got the best body, or look at their beautiful hair, or those are the cutest clothes, or whatever. And we just think, well, that person's got it all figured out, and so I want to be like them. But what we don't see and what we don't know is what's going on in their minds. We have no idea how much they are struggling with the way they look. We have no idea what they have done to get to that place. They may be just like you, thinking, I look a mess today. And you're over here going, wow, they look so amazing. Look at how great they look. And they're thinking, I had to put so much energy and effort into this because I felt like garbage this morning. And certainly nobody in the world is going to think I look great today. So guys, that inner battle is in all of us. And what I encourage you guys to do is to take on the mindset that you are sexy. You are. And when you believe that, you will start acting that way. And it won't be forced, and it won't be contrived, and you won't have to go, well, I guess if I stood like this, or if I bent over like that, or if I said this thing, then that would make me sexy. No. You're sexy because you're sexy. So act like it. Just put that in your mind. And then everything you do, your spouse is going to look at those things and think, I am highly attracted to them. The same way you feel attracted to your spouse. Somebody says, I feel so superficial for struggling so much with this. Don't feel that way, Angel. We all struggle with it. Don't feel like you're being superficial because you struggle with the way your body looks. Guys, I just want you to know something, okay? We live in a culture that sells everything based off of sex. They have decided this thing looks beautiful. This thing looks attractive. This is what sexy looks like. If you want to be sexy and have a fulfilling sex life, you need to buy our product because it's going to make you sexy. And I think we've just been like filled to the brim with these messages, and it's caused us to believe it. And I just say fight back against it. So what I do is I just avoid stuff. I avoid it altogether. I don't read beauty magazines. I try to like not look at billboards and stuff. And if everywhere I look, I struggle. If I'm really allowing myself to do that. I think I did a scope on this about how I've been shopping at the thrift store for probably 5 years now. I buy everything from the thrift store. And do you know what? Working at, like shopping at the thrift store has been great for my body image because there is 0 models. There is like a single mannequin in the thrift store that I shop in, I think, and it doesn't even have a head. It's just one little teeny mannequin that is just a torso. It's probably like a sewing thing. I don't walk in there and see the walls covered in attractive people. All I do is I walk in, I see the clothes, there's a little teeny bathroom with a mirror like if I was at my own house. And I'm going to tell you, it's been great for me. I don't go into the mall stores very often because it makes me feel ugly. If I go shopping, I don't really like shopping anyway because nothing ever fits. But if I go into a store and I see all these beautiful people everywhere, it makes me feel bad about myself because I'm like, well, I can't be that. I can't look like that. Guys, I got news for you. They don't look like that either. There is not a single picture in advertising, not a single picture in advertising that is true. They are modifying those models the same, all right? They're editing stuff. They are airbrushing things. Those models, they have got cakes of makeup on to begin with, and then the editors go in and do even more. So let me tell you something. Nobody looks like those people in those pictures. Nobody. Because it's all airbrushed. It's all modified. All right? So stop trying to be unrealistic in the way in your mindset. Stop trying to think there is only one thing that can be sexy. And as you can see, at Love Hope Adventure, I work really hard at trying to be all-inclusive. Because I don't care if you are a 70-year-old grandma. You are sexy. Okay? I don't care if you've had 4 or 5 kids. Look, I've had 3 boys. My stomach will not ever look like it used to. And I didn't even used to have a flat stomach. Okay? I am going to be sexy. I am sexy because my husband loves me, because we have sex. Definition of sexy, sex, right? You're sexy because you are married and you're in a sexual relationship with your spouse, and you are attractive, you are beautiful because God made you. He did. He made you. So, guys, that's kind of my message for you today, is just start believing it. Just tell yourself over and over, I am beautiful, I am sexy, I am attractive. I am a sexual being because God created me to be so. And I'm going to embrace that. And my husband says, I love that. You're sexy because you have sex. Yes. Yes, you're sexy because you're in a sexual relationship. That's the definition of being sexy, right? So guys, try to embrace that today as much as you can. And I know it's a struggle and I know it's hard. And you can go to lovehopeadventure.com, and I did a How to Feel Beautiful series. And I gave you guys tips in that series on how to feel beautiful. You can actually catch my videos on YouTube for that because I did a lot of videos for it and I uploaded them many months ago. And what I don't really do is tell you to look beautiful, all right? I am not giving you beauty tips in this because I don't really have any. I'm just telling you ways that you can feel beautiful. These are the things you can do to feel beautiful. And some of them were like, just tell yourself you're beautiful, first of all. Some of the tips were, look at pictures of yourself and find ones that make you feel beautiful and things like that. And listen to the people in your life. So check out that series if you're struggling with it. And remember, this is a constant battle. It's constant. You're not going to get it down. Last year, I went to a water park. It destroyed me for like a solid 2 weeks because I went to this water park and I started seeing all these other people looking so pretty, and I felt like a big dump there at the water park And it just kind of wrecked me. And I thought, man, I thought I had this down. I thought I, was okay with the way I looked. And I go to this water park for like 4 or 5 hours, and it wrecked me for a week, like 2 weeks. So guys, it's constant. Don't think I've got it down. Just go, I got it down right now. And tomorrow I might have to fight that battle again. So thank you guys so much for coming on and joining me. And if you need to watch the replay, go to YouTube. Catch me. Keely Reason is my YouTube channel, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. So that means it will email you when I have new videos. So if you're like, oh, I forgot, YouTube's awesome for that. Thank you guys so much for coming on and joining me, and I look forward to coming on around the same time tomorrow. And Angel, if you ever want to send me a message, or anybody that ever wants to message me, you can message me at keely@lovehopeadventure.com. You can follow me on my social media accounts, and you can private message me through my Love Hope Adventure page, my Instagram page, which is also Love Hope Adventure, or private message me on Twitter, Love Hope Advent. Thank you guys for joining me, and I look forward to talking with you soon.